Ay!
Hey! Hi sweets! How y'all babies doing today? So in today's video, we're not gonna be doing my face. You know, we gonna stay this way, but we gonna make this pretty girl even prettier. So we're gonna be doing a carnival makeup transformation on her. So I'm actually doing her makeup for carnival, like in real life. So what better way to practice on her face than on her face? So we're just gonna be doing a super glam, because y'all know that's what I'm about. Super glam carnival makeup look on her. So let's see what we come up with. So this video is gonna be super beginner friendly because a lot of you guys were saying that, you know, you are doing your own makeup for carnival. So I just want to go through and give you guys some tips and tricks on how to get your face to last super long, and you know, just for your makeup to come together and you feel nice and comfortable on the road. So her skin is already prepped, so I'm gonna start off with eyebrows and then we move into the full face glam. So next thing we're gonna do is move on to eyes, and we're just gonna prime this with the P. Louise base because we need that pigmentation up and we want our eyeshadow to last all the road march. So I'm just gonna stipple this in. So the original P. Louise base comes in 4 shades, ranging from lighter to darker, but depending on your skin tone. I'm using number 2. Now that our lids are primed, we're gonna go in with some pigment, and this is just gonna be the base build-up color for us. I'm using pigment because it will give us far more color payoff, and I'm just packing this into her crease. So I'm just gonna blend out the edges of this with a more pinky purple so it can transition into the pink. So going in with a deep purple, we're gonna take this in the crease and just chisel it out a bit. So I'm going in with a dark purple, almost currantish. And I'm just going to use this to cut out her crease. So she does have hooded eyes, so this is going to go higher than her actual crease. I'm going back in with a sparse brush just to get some little more pigment right above where I just cut the crease. We have the base of the eyeshadow down. We have that nice transition coming up into her brow. So we're gonna work on getting her a cut crease now because it's just right. But she has hooded eyes, so I'm just gonna play around with placement for this. So we're gonna obviously take this higher than her crease because her crease is right here, and that's like too little of a lid space. So I'm just gonna see where her eye naturally takes her and then go above that at a flattering level. We have our cut crease, and now I'm just gonna go in with the base before we apply the glitter, and I'm just taking some silver shadow and I'm just gonna use this all over the areas that we just cut to fill in the space. And I'm gonna go in with my finger because I don't find that the brush is transferring as much as I'd like. So because her eyes are hooded, what we're kind of going for is a gradient of glitter. So we're going to start in the inner corner with super fine glitter and then come on the outside with larger pieces of glitter. So her eye kind of opens up into that. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does in my mind and it's going to work in real life. So let's go. Here we have one eye filled with glitter already. And we're just going to repeat this on the other eye and then clean up and come back. So for underbrow highlight, I'm going in the Fenty Galaxy palette and taking a mixture of Ozone and Milky Way just to get her underbrow to pop. So we're finished with the eyes for now, and we're going to move on to skin. So a big part of getting your makeup to last super long during road march is to ensure that you have a good base and you have a good setting spray. So we're going to start things off with the Photo Finish Primer Water just to hydrate your face. I'm just going to cover her eyes. And allow that to set and dry in her face. I'm using the Hourglass Veil Primer as her base. And this is going to serve to prime the skin and moisturize it at the same time. Using the Milk Blur Stick, I'm just going to take this right in these areas here where she has a little bit more pores and texture on her face, and use that so that we can get an even smoother base once we apply the foundation. We're going to do one last thing before we move on to actually applying the foundation, and it's just to add powder to her face because she does have oily skin. So you just want to reduce the likelihood of her sweating off her face, and I'm just packing this in to the areas that she generally sweats, which I'm assuming is her T-zone, right, Crystal?
Yes.
Alright. So the foundation that we're using is from Clinique, and it's only because this is like her foundation. I've never used the Clinique brand, but she says this works for her really well. So just gonna apply this all over the face, and then I'm gonna use my Morphe M439 brush to smooth this in. So I'm just going in with a beauty sponge and just going over the foundation to ensure that it's a smooth base. So to conceal and highlight, we're going in with the Fenty Beauty in 360. We're gonna cream contour, and she has really high cheeks, so I'm just gonna go around almost in a circle around her face here just to lift it some more. Before you set your foundation, your concealer with powder, you just want to go back in the areas that you did highlight to remove any creasing, otherwise it's gonna set with the creases, and nobody wants that. So I'm just gonna go in, and I'm using a mixture of the Makeup Revolution banana powder and the Fenty Beauty powder, and I'm just gonna lightly set her face before I proceed to bake. So you want to get into the crevices first with powder, and then set that and then go over top to bake to give you that nice finish. So I went in and set the out perimeter of her face with some skin tone powder. I use the Sephora Micro Smooth. So to allow the powder to settle in, I'm just going to go in with the Skindinavia All Nighter spray, and this is really good, but I don't find that it is great for carnival, so I'm just using this as the first layer of setting for the face. And we're going to allow that to dry, and we're going to finish off her eyes and then go back to skin. We're just going to go in with the same colors that we used under the eye and just create a shadow under her eye and create that connection to the top eyeshadow. So look up. We're going to finish off the face by bronzing it up a bit, and I'm using Mocha from the It's My Ray Ray palette, and I'm going to use this to warm up her cheeks. And to chisel out her jawline. So I'm just going in and contouring her nose. To get it even more chiseled and highlighted, I'm just going to go in and set the bridge again. And And I'm gonna set the corners here so there's more light coming in. So I'm not gonna let this stay for long because I don't want it to look white. I don't want it to have a white cast, but I want it to be highlighted enough that she gets a nice contoured nose. Moving to blush, I'm just taking this coral shade. I'm gonna mix it with this more mauve tone to tone it down, and I'm just gonna take this on the apples of her cheek and blend it into the contour. So we're on to the final steps. We're gonna highlight, and because there's a little bit of pinky purple in your eyes, I'm gonna highlight with some more pinky tones just to make everything balance and come together. So I'm going in with Ballerina from Laura Mercier, and I'm moving into Radiant from the It's My Ray Ray palette. Finish things off, we're just gonna use the Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule highlighter from Fenty Beauty. And because it's carnival and I love extraness, we're just gonna go in all over the face and dust some gold bronzer all over the face. I'm just gonna add a few gems to her face for those of you that are still into gems and like that for carnival. So as you can see here, we have minimal, small, tiny, tasteful gems. You guys know I'm not a big fan of gems, so just to incorporate, you know, a little bit of carnival and what you guys might like, it's just a nice little simple way that you can add some gems and still give you that nice fan flair. But y'all know I'm all about the skin and the eyes, so we're gonna finish up by doing her lips, and we're just gonna go for a pinky mauve lip just to tie everything together, and then we'll be done. When we started, I talked about the two main components of getting your face to last, and it was the primer, the base, and the setting spray. Now we went through the base, and here is the primer. My recommended setting spray is Benai Final Seal. I find that it's the only thing that locks it in for that extended duration of time. I've tried a bunch of other things, but this bad boy is where it's at. Crystal, it does have a little scent, so it might sting a little, okay? What you do, mama? Fix your face regular. Relax. Right, so we'll set your face in the nice malfunction.
Bear gal in the army when we stepping at the party. I want.
Alright guys, here is the completed look. Crystal, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel?
Good.
Hey, she ready for the road. Yes, God. Alright guys, this is the completed look. I really hope you enjoy it and that this was super helpful for you if it is that you are doing your own makeup for Road March. If you did like this look and you think Crystal is serving some hello face right now, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, subscribe now. Carnival season's coming up. Your girl got a lot of things for you. She got a lot of things on the horizon for you. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.